Hi, everyone, and welcome to Tea Time with Tricia and Jeff.
Tea time. Cheers.
Cheers. So grab some tea and sit, and you can enjoy what we have to say today.
Sure.
So today the tea that we're drinking is called balance tea, which is great because we all need a little balance in our life. So this tea is from Herb Haven, which is locally
owned small business.
Yeah, locally owned small business. So if you're not in the area, I don't know if they ship or not. Not sure if they do.
That I don't know, but you can certainly look into them. It's just simply, what is their webs? I think it's just simply
yeah.
What is it? It's on there.
Yeah, herbhaven.ca. So easy. Anyway, this has calendula, hibiscus, and sage. Quite nice, quite lovely
and
tea.
It's a lovely flavor, I think, anyway, or a nice blend.
So we were there yesterday.
Yesterday,
because we celebrated our anniversary.
Yep.
So we've been married
18
years.
18th anniversary already. Wow.
I know, time flies. 18 years. Crazy. But
great.
Anyway, it was good. We had a wonderful day. Well, we went shopping. I don't think we really like shopping too much anymore.
No, yeah, it's just shopping was the least interesting part. You know, it's that time of year where the stores get a little bit busier, so that's always expected. But the congestion there is energetically is maybe not the most exciting or most enjoyable, but it's nice to see people out. That's a good thing. But we did had booked as a gift for ourselves with Herb Haven to do a card reading. I would call it tarot card, but it's
I think it's more of a spiritual reading. Not the cards are there as tools, but not necessarily what is what she is getting. So anyway, that was really cool. I got really emotional.
Yeah, that never happens.
No, I never cry. I don't know why I would have cried.
Right. Yeah, it was very interesting.
So it was good. So it's definitely some things that we can work on and dive into. And yeah, it was really cool. It was good. So anyway, I recommend it for sure. It was great. And then it's nice that you can do some shopping there afterwards. And that's what we did. So that was
really interesting. And yeah, it was really welcoming and warming and comfortable, and felt safe and felt looked after. And we had tea during, and which was wonderful. And the reading itself was quite interesting. We each kind of had an individual reading, but it was interesting how parts of it and elements of it crossed over to I don't know, kind of connect us, or in what message there was crossover. It was interesting, and we're still digesting and trying to I don't know, consider what was in there as far as messages, because there's a lot of information, but interesting in that it totally resonated with me, like the stuff that I was revealed or told.
Yeah, and it was nice to do it together as a partnership, because some of the stuff that she was saying, as a partner, you can interject kind of like what your take is on the reading as well, and maybe give a viewpoint to the other person that they weren't thinking about before. So that was really that was neat anyway. That was definitely the highlight of our day. And
well, that was really nice. But then last night too, we stopped and grabbed a couple of groceries, which we had a plan, which was part of the plan. But the kids were lovely and made supper.
Yes.
Which they don't always do, but it was nice that they made a supper, and we sat in the living room and just
with the TV off,
and finger food,
like
and just munchy, and had some eating and some funny stuff happening. It was all good. It was so that was really fun too.
Yeah, it was a good day. Yeah, it was good. I would definitely do that again next year.
Yeah.
It was good. So why don't you tell us, what have you been up to? Have you you were doing a pain course,
right? Yeah.
Is that finished?
Yeah, well it's
it's ongoing.
Study at your own pace, right? So I've completed it was broken into four modules. Anyway, I recently completed the fourth module toward the end of last week. But the fourth one was quite, so energy medicine for pain was basically the course. For maybe if you've missed the previous tea time, but anyway, there was a lot of information. You obviously get a digital PDF copy of the manual that many of the presenters offer, but there was just so much information to try to take in. So I had it printed off because there's all these different zones for tapping with, and there's different, it gets very detailed with acupressure points. So to try and memorize that, I find it easier hands-on. So I like to have stuff like this printed off. So anyway, there's lots of great, magnificent diagrams as well. And the diagrams, right, are handy for quick reference. So yeah, there's lots of stuff and information there that I want to start implementing more so with the clients. And I got a couple of energy medicine sessions coming up in the next couple of days. So depending on the needs of the clientele as they come, maybe something out of that can be applied. But I will share this. This is just a pair of tennis balls tied into a nylon. So for self-massage is essentially what this, now I've come across this before, but it was brought up in this course by, now each of the 4 modules, there was a different instructor for each of the 4, and a couple of them had suggested this again. So just basically using the tennis balls for self-massage, like for example, if I put this on the back of my neck and you lean against the wall, you can kind of roll yourself up and down and get a massaging effect up and down your neck or anywhere up and down your whole spine, right? And well, we know for lymphatic system, we need movement to help your lymphatic system move. So something like this, the lymphatics that run up and down either side of your spine, there's small musculature in there. So when you're getting into walking and movement, that's great. But if you find you're sitting around a lot or stagnant or lethargic, then maybe a couple minutes of massaging, you can lean against the wall and roll that every few inches, readjust it, drop it, roll it up and down your spine. But you're massaging the musculature, but they're also moving the lymph within there as well. And then, boy, like you can make it whatever you want, right? You can really dig in and lean in if you like high pressure, or if you like it just gentle, you can readjust. But anyway, it's a tool for self massage. So Dollarama gets you tennis balls and a nylon stocking. You were gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say we've incorporated the tennis balls in even into our yoga practice. I know one of the last certifications I got with yoga, the instructor had used the little tiny balls that you use for like little dogs, that they would use these little blue balls, and those were
I don't have one.
I don't have one handy
Actually,
either.
I do. Keep talking. I'm gonna grab
anyway, they were really nice, and the idea of that was just to loosen up the fascia. So before starting class, Jeff and I will often hand out these little balls, and you just, you can just roll your foot on it, or you can roll it between your hands, or you can roll it up and down your like along your neck or on your chest, just to loosen up those fascia lines. So that way, when you do get into movement, you're not so stiff. You've already warmed them up a little bit. So yeah, those are the little balls that we use, but they're nice. And so just, you don't have to, but it's something that we do. So lots of uses for these affordable tools.
If you don't have, or you can't find these, you can always use a golf ball. It's about the size of a golf ball, so it'll work. A golf ball can work as well. But yeah, energetically, like in that book I just showed you, right? Like those are specific to techniques, but you could think of there's like thousands of acupressure points on the body. So rather than acupuncture with a needle, you think of acupressure with a larger surface area like a tennis ball. And when you're rolling through these spaces and places, you're moving lymph, and you're also maybe stimulating those acupressure points, which have other energetic benefits, which if you know, are aware of, you may already know some of those, but if you don't, then you're going to get a little extra bonus as well from energetically by doing that kind of stuff too.
I'm just going to talk about the energy medicine for a bit. So if you are local and you're interested in an energy medicine session with Jeff, we may be closing down our space that we hold it in for January and February because it's harder to heat.
To
So
heat, yeah.
yeah, so if you're thinking about it, maybe you can always send us a message and do a consultation, a little chat with Jeff to see what.
Yeah, just see if it suits your needs or suits
Suit
you.
your
You
needs.
can always ask questions, and I
Mhm.
can explain what's available or how it might work. And then if you think you're interested, sure, we could book,
Mhm.
and we could do an in-person session if you like. That's totally doable.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think the last time too, we talked about my family management course that
Mhm.
I was taking, and that's been
We talked about
going.
chores, yeah, last
Yeah,
time.
that's been going well. So kids have been doing their daily chores. I have been preparing more healthy homemade food for them. So they've been getting a hot breakfast every morning. So we've been experimenting with different recipes and what they like and what they don't like. Now, 3 kids, you're going to get some that like some
Mhm,
stuff
yeah.
and some that don't like some stuff. But we've had pretty good success. We did a baked banana oatmeal this morning. That was good.
I liked it. It was very yummy.
We did a Dutch baby yesterday. Didn't really go over very good, Dutch baby, but anyway, it was kind of cool. So we probably will make that again. I did like a country quiche. That was good. Apple crisp was good. Pumpkin souffle was not good. Tasted good,
The taste was
but
good.
the
It was a
kids
little
didn't like
soupy.
it. What else did I do? Pancakes. Oh, because the
Oh,
other two were off last week because of
Mhm.
exams. So anyway, we've done some of those, and I have got a few more that I'm going to try, and then I'll probably just stick to maybe the 6 or 7 that worked, and just continue to use those. But so yeah, they've been doing chores before the
You're gonna keep talking.
yeah,
There's a cat wanting out.
before their breakfast and before dinner. So that's been really helpful for us. And it's really nice, actually, some of the benefits that I've seen. So now everybody's sitting down at the table for breakfast, which we used to do all the time when they were in like grade school. But now as they're getting older, we don't do that very much. So sitting down for a nice breakfast, homemade breakfast, less time on their tech because they used to just go into the living room and sit and on their phone and then eat their bagel. And so now we're at the table. I hardly even see them get out their phones at all. So
Mhm.
more interaction that way, which is really great. And it's just so nice to see them in the morning. And I find it's just been great. Like,
Well, not just see them, we see them, but
no,
engage with them, right?
engagement.
Like,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
in those other scenarios, it's not like there wasn't attempts at engagement, right? Like you go in and say like whatever.
Yeah.
I often ask everybody else stuff like how was your night, but was there any cool or unique dreams? And when they're busy on the phone, it's like
Mhm. Mhm.
but now there's at least some engagement there, and to say like yeah there was something, or
Mhm.
sometimes they forget and don't remember, or know that they've had dreams or don't remember, but
Oh, but even like chatting in general about something they did with their friends or hanging out at
sure.
school, and I think it's yeah, it's really brought people back to the table, which is
Mhm.
lovely. Anyway,
Sure it
I
is.
think it's great. And yeah, my other goal was to do some more baking, and so yeah, that's been good, and I think the kids really like that. And I think we just in this past week we've really cut down on all of the stuff that we were buying, the pre-made stuff that we were buying. So less granola bars, less cookies, that we were buying. So I've been making homemade cookies and homemade muffins. And yeah, so they're just eating better overall. And I know what's in the food, and we're spending less on that other
Yeah,
that other
on
stuff.
that packaged product.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
always look for better packaged product, but even still, better packaged product is a packaged product.
Yeah, it's
So
just
home
yeah.
baked with
Mhm.
what you've said exactly, the ingredients, and then there's that intention of love put into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
goes, yeah, it's much better. And
Yeah.
it's freshly made, it's warm, or if it's just come out of an oven versus yeah. Anyway.
Mhm. The cookies, I made some oatmeal raisin cookies on Monday, and I
Mm.
halved the recipe because it was like so much. And yeah, it was hard to get them out of the cookie jar. So I think I'll make those again tonight. Maybe the full recipe, knowing that the kids really like them, and that should get us through to the end of the week, which is good. But yeah, so that's been good. I've been really quite happy with that. And then the other part is they've been doing more around the house and helping out, which is great. And even though Foster was the biggest complainer of all, that means I have to do 14 chores a week. But he did them all in one day. Like, besides his daily ones, he did all of his chores in one day. So he knew if he got it done, then that would be it. So that was good.
Yeah, did you explain that? Like,
no.
So you tabulated, like, okay, you've got whatever it was, right?
5 days.
Like 5 days to do these chores off the chart. So it's at your leisure, at your convenience, at your ease, or work together, or however, right? But then Foster was just like, I got to get this done. Now he's done. Whereas the other two have done some, but not all of them.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for, we're getting prepared to offer some reminders.
But anyway, that was a great little course to take. And I think just taking it slow, and it's been receptive, which is good too. So
I want to share what you shared about Foster's. One of Foster's new ones in the morning is sweeping the kitchen floor. So we just have a push broom. So he's been dealing with that, but he commented to Tricia this morning to say, like, wow, this floor gets so dirty, right? Because now he's cleaning it. He's actually realizing, oh wow, when their kids are in and out of the house, and you got 4 or 5 cats in and out, and a dog, and it brings in leaves and dirt and dust and stuff. So they would have never noticed before, but now he's noticed. So I thought it was interesting. Like, wow, the floor gets so dirty. Yeah, this is why we asked for tidying up a little more frequently than once a week. You got to do some of this stuff daily. Anyway, that was neat that he had this little realization.
So this has, how does this relate to health and wellness? This has been really great for my mental health, for sure. I like getting back in the kitchen. I forgot how much I enjoyed baking, especially for people who appreciate it. So that's been really, really good for me. And I think it's good for the kids as well, just to chip in a little bit more. So, yeah. What else were we going to say? I was going to, have you been doing, no, you're thinking about, so we'll just touch on this. You're thinking about bringing in some bands into the house so that they're more readily available for exercise.
No, I guess, I mean, the yurt is where the weights are held. So for workouts, it's, so heating the yurt is one thing, but the handles, the metal handles on the weights get so cold. And it takes forever for them to heat up, and they really don't this time of year. From now through the winter, they're always cold to the touch. So you can wear gloves. But anyway, I'm less motivated to go out into the yurt to pick up the weights and do some weights. But we have bands. So my intention is to pull them out of the closet, which you know where they are, and start working with those. So I'll give you an update next week.
Yes, we'll get an update next week.
You can keep me accountable if I've started with that.
I know one thing that I've been doing is trying a different yoga style, which is Ashtanga yoga. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but it's a series of moves, kind of like a vinyasa flow. So very, I'm going to say like faster pace. So lots of sun salutations or variations of sun salutations. The one I'm following has some quite tough moves. Like, they do handstands, they do straddle to press. I mean, Gabby was in gymnastics and she couldn't even do straddle to press handstands. So I don't think her 45.
We'll keep Tricia accountable on that. You'll update us on that.
But
on the press to handstand.
Still in that, because of the motion to do that, it is to move your body so that you're putting more weight into your hands. So you're building that upper body strength, which is good. So just the cue to do that is something new and different.
So the flow is the same, or no? You're just saying that it is a flow, and these types of movements are in there.
The flow is always the same.
So are there modifications, right? Like if you can't do the handstand,
Oh, yes, yeah.
like you modify it.
Yeah.
And then, but you can build towards
Yeah.
doing a headstand or a handstand or
Yeah,
whatever it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
And then, and finish it with it later.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely. So anyway, I like the challenge of that. I think that's fun. Not that I'll ever be able to do it, but I think it's fun just to kind of be in that position and strengthen those muscles that could possibly support me one day in that. And it's it's challenging. So it's fast paced. I've been doing it first thing in the morning, which I'm not really 100% warmed up yet. So it takes a bit for me to get warmed up. But anyway, it's that's been fun. So I'll probably continue with that because I'm kind of in that mode for this week and maybe next week to continue on.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it for me. So I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you're talking about fitness, and we were talking about fitness, but I know I'm planning to record maybe possibly tomorrow a new yoga for my yoga with Jeff for the online classes.
Mhm.
So I think I have a specific yoga flow that I really like, and I've done it in live classes many times, but I haven't actually recorded it.
Oh,
So I'm thinking I'm going to record it and
Mhm.
then add on some other little components there to make it another yoga. So
Hmm.
my thought is possibly recording tomorrow morning or the next morning. Will depend on the weather out there for the yurt wise, but maybe we'll keep you updated next week. Let you know if I got that done.
yeah. No,
Mhm.
that's good. Yeah, so I
All right.
think that's it. So thanks for joining us today for tea time. If you need any links to the to Herb Haven or more information, just let us know and we would be happy to send them some business.
Yeah.
Because they are quite lovely people and we love supporting other local businesses
For
too.
sure.
So
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for joining
Cheers.
us.
Thanks
Cheers.
for watching. Bye.
Bye.